Episode 1. The Inheritance. Liam's Perspective.
I wasn't expecting much when I opened the letter. Another bill, maybe a renewal notice for something I'd forgotten about. Definitely nothing that would disrupt my perfectly organized life. But as I read the formal words from a solicitor I didn't know, my stomach knotted. Uncle Arthur, dead. That was a surprise, I guess, though I couldn't remember the last time I'd even thought about him. Then, the next lines. The house. He'd left me his house. I blinked and reread the sentence. His house? Why me? Why now? I wasn't exactly close to Uncle Arthur. We'd exchanged a few words at family gatherings when I was a kid, but I hadn't seen him in decades. Yet here I was, sitting at my kitchen table with a letter that was pulling me back to a place I'd long forgotten. I thought about it for a couple of days. It wasn't an emotional decision. I'd drive down, check out the property, then contact an estate agent to sell it. Easy. I didn't have time to get sentimental. I had work deadlines, meetings, and all the usual digital chaos to get back to. The house was just another task to check off my list. The drive out to the countryside took longer than expected. The roads narrowed and twisted as I got closer, the city fading into the distance, replaced by rolling hills and endless greenery. I hadn't been out this way since I was a kid, and the memories that started to surface were hazy at best. When I finally reached the village, it was smaller than I remembered. Quaint, with its stone cottages and a single main street that hadn't changed much. I parked outside the house, my house, I guess, and stared at it for a while. It looked just like it had in my childhood. Ivy-covered walls, a small garden with overgrown bushes, and a front door that creaked as I opened it. Inside, the air was thick with dust and the smell of old wood. Everything was just as Arthur had left it. His books, his furniture, even a cup on the table, as though he might walk in any minute. I stood there for a long time. There was a strange quiet to the place. Not the kind of silence I was used to in my city apartment. This was deeper, more still. I couldn't decide if it was peaceful or unsettling. Either way, it made me stay longer than I'd planned. I decided to spend the night, just one night, to gather my thoughts before I moved forward with selling the house.